Namaste guys, so today we'll be talking about Jeux rule, all right, from the point of view of Delf B1. Okay, and if you guys want to contact me for French classes, the Telegram ID is this, the email ID is this. Okay, and I'm really sorry for such a late video this time. I was busy with my own exams and all right, so that's why. Okay, and for Indian students, if you guys want to learn French language, so I have recently I'll be starting the batches for Delf B1 and Delf A2, Delf A1, all the Delf exams and TCF/TF exams from next week. Next week. Okay, so if you guys want to contact me, you can contact me here, and the admission would be on the basis of a very small orientation test. Okay, orientation test, so that I'll be able to analyze your mistakes and your level. Okay, it would be beneficial not only for me and for you also. So now let's start. uh, and my sincerest apologies, guys. I think the sincerest apologies that I was a bit busy. Okay, because of my exams. Okay, so in Jeux rule, okay, so the very first thing you have to do is you have to read the question properly or carefully, both. Okay, you know why? Because recently we'll be doing a very small example also in the very end, because one of my students, he's in B2 level, and he told me that, sir, in his he was not my student when he was doing Delf B1. He contacted me via my YouTube channel only. So he told me, sir, that he got he how he got confused and all. So guys, listen. If you have doubts, wait and read the questions 2-3 times. That's totally perfect. That's totally perfect. In case if you do not understand, if in case I repeat, in case if you do not understand anything or something, you can ask the teacher. Okay, try to avoid as much as possible, but if suppose you are unable to understand anything, then yes, you can ask the teacher. Okay, and now another thing is, take care of who and thu. Okay, how? So first of all, when you will read read the topic, keep in your mind if it's informal or formal context. Okay, in case if it is semi-formal context, which is quite rare, but yes, I have seen, then surely you will going to use thu. Okay, but if it's formal, use vu. All right, you can use vu only. You should use vu only. Do not do this mistake. Okay, I've seen it's a very general advice, like in A2 level, this thing that once you use two, you have to use two. But I have seen students, they are approaching me like the 5 days before the exam, and yeah, so it's terrible. Okay, do not make mistakes concerning tenses. Okay, for example, passé composé, am parfait, use subjunctive. Okay, and remember guys, you can give in your Jeux role, do not worry about things like you know um, you can say whatever you feel like. Believe me, you can say whatever you feel like. You can also give some sort of warning to the teacher in the Jeux role. In the Jeux role I'm talking. Okay, only in the Jeux role, not in the, like, I hope you guys are intelligent enough. Okay, revise conjugations. Now, since only 5 days are left, 4 or 5 days are left, I guess. No, I guess 3 days are left. Okay, so take care of conjugations. People often do mistakes with ILS, ELLES. Okay, revise conjugations. Use connectors. Okay, use connectors like puisque, étant donné que, car. Okay, etc. Okay, apart from this thing, you can use expressions, if any. Why I'm saying you can use expressions, or let's say idioms, etc. Why? Because see, if your level is really good, yes, you can use. But in case if you are struggling with the very basic things, please do not show off. All right, do not show off. Otherwise, uh, you will going to lose marks. Guys, listen, in exams, focus on marks also. Okay, focus on marks. Your primary focus should be on marks. Okay. Now, what precautions you need to take is, first of all, take a proper stand. Okay. Now, listen, whatever you will say, let's suppose this is you, and let's suppose this is examiner. Okay. Whatever you will say, the examiner won't accept. Whatever you will say, examiner won't accept. Rest assured. Okay, don't worry about all those things. Okay, do not get angry on your examiner also. Okay, be respectful. Okay, and so what you have to do is, you have to try to convince him or her according to his situation. Okay, but remember one thing, do not get influenced by your examiner. Your examiner will try his or her best to influence you, that yes, it was your mistake. We're going to do one exercise also, very small exercise. I'll tell you how to tackle the situation. Okay, but you do not have to agree. Okay, you do not listen to him. I mean, like, listen to him, uh, how to say, listen to him as we're going to do the example, don't worry. Okay, do not lose your temper. I have this thing happened with me in the class of Usha ma'am. I lost the temper while having, I was just like, I was 18, I guess 18 or 19, I don't remember. With my colleague, it was a very angry situation. We were in a very angry situation. I guess the name of the student was Ajay, or I don't know. I got angry, and I started, shouting in the class, which was not a very nice thing from the perspective of a candidate. I was a student back then, but since it was just a class, and I was just 19 or 18, so my teacher told me, Pankaj, it's just a Jada role. It's just a role play. All right. So do not do this mistake. Um, Now wait. Yeah, we have covered. Yeah, now before moving forward, you can use subjunctive. Okay, use subjunctive. Second thing, if you know, use conditional also. Use conditional and subjunctive. Pakka pakka se. ठीक है? Use these two things. Apart from this thing, now let's see an example. Wait. Now let's see an example. Where is my pen? Ok. Vous êtes arrivé plusieurs fois en retard au cours de français. Okay. Remember this topic I have I took this topic from internet only. Okay, from internet only. Vous êtes arrivé plusieurs fois en retard au cours de français. Aujourd'hui, votre professeur n'est pas content. Ok. Vous discutez avec lui après le cours et vous essayez de vous justifier. L'examinateur joue le rôle du professeur. Now, the most important thing here is, the very first thing you have to observe is, l'examinateur joue le rôle du professeur. So, in role play, you have to be very straightforward about the roles you are playing. You must know, like, what is your role. All right. So here, l'examinateur, do not miss this line. Never miss this line. Okay. So the very first thing is this. Second thing is, vous êtes arrivé plusieurs fois en retard au cours. This is second thing. Votre professeur n'est pas content. This is like, secondary information. This is the very most important information from the perspective of who will going to speak or who will going to start the conversation. All right. This is important. This information, vous êtes arrivé plusieurs fois. This is like the main context. Okay, this is the main context. Now, aujourd'hui, votre professeur n'est pas content. Ok, vous discutez avec lui après le cours. Après le cours. Ok, après le cours. After the class. After the class. You have to, take into consideration all these very, very small details. Okay. Essayez de vous justifier. Okay. Now, what you can do is, see, guys, I often see this thing with those students who are introverts. I don't know the spelling. I forgot the spelling. Introvert. Let me just try. introvert. You know, they often face a lot of issues when it comes to speaking. Do not worry, guys. Listen, one thing: they will not going to give you marks on the basis of your pensée. What you think, they won't give you marks for that. They will going to give you marks on the basis of your français. Okay, so this is more important. This is more important. This is secondary thing. All right. So do not do mistakes concerning your français. Okay, now what you can do is here you can create a situation even if the situation is not true. Okay, you do not have idea, I should not say this thing, but lie. Okay, if you are confused, lie. There is no harm in that, because this is just an exam. All right, so these are a few things. Now what will happen is that, you know, whatever you will say, for example, you know, sir, someone was in hospital. Let's say you will say, so someone was in hospital. Then your teacher will say, or your examiner will say, no, you are lying and all. What you can do is, you can, you know, ऐसे झूठ मूठ का just lie that, you know, see the bill, you know, see the bill and all. See, no one will going to, another thing is, then your teacher will say, no, the date on the bill is this wrong. Then you can make a comeback, say, no, no, c'est pas vrai. Okay, so this is totally up to you, guys. Listen, and here what you can do is, you can use subjunctive, conditional, etc., and you can use expressions also according to your convenience, according to your comfort level. All right, so that's it from my side. If you guys want to contact me, here's my email ID. I hope this was helpful, and I'm really sorry, guys, that I'm late this time. This is the first time I think I didn't make any video in last 1 year, 1 or 1.5 year, I don't know. Because otherwise I make a lot of videos when, you know, exams are very near. Okay, chalo, thank you. That's it from my side. If you guys have any complaints, any suggestions, you can message me. You can write in the comment. I'll try my best to answer. Okay, and namaste.